Welcome to week one of the next course here. Before we get into the course, I will do a my topic for the week, which happens to be embracing change. All right, so I just came up with this topic because sometimes we have difficulty with what I call embracing change. Keeping up with how things change. I got these images here of the past and the current. Assembly line work. Years ago there was the Revolution, and throughout history things always constantly change, and that's my point for this. Whether it be assembly lines, communication, things like just something like mail. Mail carried over on ships. The Pony Express back in the 1860s, which was something that only lasted about 18 months, but that was a very efficient way of delivering mail, where they had I guess the cowboys, ride the horses, X number of miles, and they would literally hand off the bag of mail to the next rider, and they would get from point, they would get all the way across the country, just doing it that way. But like I said, it only lasted like 18 months, and trains and things like that came along. But there's just so many things that are always changing. And I just use these examples, like telegraphs. Morse code was a way to communicate. Eventually, the phones came along, and even the cell phones, where we now have our smartphones today. Things like fax machines, where back in when fax machines, well, we know fax machines first started out, it would take an hour or two to get a fax, and today it's instant, with email. Then of course radio, again, progression to today where we have internet and everything going on, and so fast forward, uh, there is constant change, and that's my point is, uh, us as individuals have to accept that. We cannot be complacent and just wanting to settle for, oh, I just want things to stay the same. And I'm talking about positive movement, not negative things. But so you cannot settle for complacency. You cannot be complacent with your life. Embrace positive change, and you must embrace the journey to achieve your goals. That's the whole. All of us have goals in life, with be it family, professional, other things that are going on. So you have to embrace the change in your life, whether you like it or not. Sometimes we don't like change. There's a lot of resistance to change. But the thing is, the environment we live in, we have to adapt to change. And so never, never, never quit. In our case, we're talking about, graduating, or, whatever your endeavor may be, you don't quit it. All right, into the course here. So first thing, this is, managerial economics. And one of the reasons I mentioned about important that you watch this video, because there's something a little different in here. All right. Well, it looks the same. Okay. However, when you go down here, there's a tab called MH Connect, and that's McGraw-Hill. So this course has an external link. Okay, so when you get in here, you're gonna click on there. It's gonna take you to another page, and so what you would do is you'd go to here. So this is gonna take you out to another section, and even before you do that, you should see a link about Smart Book Learn and Learn about Connect. There's some videos in here that show you how to navigate once we get over there. All right, and the first time you go over there, it's going to have you, like log in for the first time. But once you get in there, everything's pretty straightforward. So when you get in there, you're going to have assignments and so forth. I'm not sure if yours is going to look like this. This is like the teacher view, but anyway, it's McGraw-Hill Connect for the accounting. And so when you get into like assignments and so forth, so let me go back here real quick and just see, since we're here. So you still have a discussion every week in here. I mean, the week one presentations, it's kind of a little different feature. All right, because they are, yeah, where did they go? All right, because the presentations are narrated. Well, it's not letting me get in there. But anyway, maybe they're over here. Oh, okay, yeah. So when it's going to be and it's going to show up in the other page here, okay? And so you just basically um, it'll start, it'll start narrating for you. All right. Um, and you can just click and.
There are 7 key differences between financial and managerial accounting. 1. Users.
All right. So you'll have that. So this is new. This is something we got because the accounting in the past, the managerial accounting course was very difficult. Had lots of spreadsheets, Excel, and so this is an effort to still give you what you need to know in, for an MBA, but eliminate a lot of the more difficult, like, unless you plan on being an accountant. The previous course had a lot of material in there that it just, it was for people who are going to be accountants, not people who are like going to run things and just need to have an understanding of what you're looking for, if you're looking at a P&L or something like that. So anyway, so as you go through there, and if you got questions, just let me know, and we'll get through it. We don't have a project like on this one, so pretty much everything in there. Now, I will say it looks like a lot of material, like your first the week 1 assignment when you go in there. All right. Over here it says 51 questions. Yes, there's 51 questions, but they're like short type questions. So once you get in there, you'll start. Because when I saw that at first, I was like, oh, wow, 51 questions. But then once we got in there and looked, it was like, okay, they're the short, they're not all long answers. So, okay, I will stop here. So but that's why I want to make sure you got in here and watch this first so you knew what was going on, because when you start clicking on stuff, it'll take you there anyway. But like I said, there's a couple of videos in there you can look at, and so on. So, all right, that'll do it. I'll show you my test question real quick. 4-year-old grandkid. What's he doing? All right. This particular item is like 12 weeks old, I think. So, but anyway, so there you go. That's your cuteness for the week. And I hope everybody had a good weekend. And if you got any questions or anything, just get in touch. And otherwise, I'll let you go for now. And again, yeah, get in touch because this is new. So hope you won't break anything. If you got a question, just let me know. All right. And this is just for this particular course. Other courses won't have this. This is just because they do a lot of good accounting books and things like that. So, all right, everybody, take care.